Midwest ADP is an outpatient alcohol and drug counseling center with 7 facilities around the Kansas City area. We provide outpatient substance abuse counseling. We also supervise misdemeanor probation for courts local to the Kansas City area. So we had a computer system that was a little bit outdated. The server was a little bit older, and we tried to upgrade our Citrix software to a different software through another vendor, and that didn't work out nearly as well as we'd hoped. And it was, I guess my staff would say it was pretty much a catastrophe. So we were still up and running, it was just intermittent outages, that sort of thing. So we needed a much more professional solution. Talked to AOS and a couple other vendors, and the solution that AOS came up with was replacing our Citrix server with a newer Citrix server and upgrading all of our software. Typical employee uses Citrix for several different things at Midwest ADP. Of course, all of our Microsoft Word, Excel, that sort of application. But we also have a database that's been specifically written for us that has all of our clients in it, and that's updated in real time. And so Citrix was one of the few solutions that we could have done to make sure that database is maintained in real time across several different locations. So going with AOS allowed us to achieve increased uptime with our systems, keep my employees working on the projects and with their clients. Well, the most immediate result was after, the week after the new Citrix server was implemented, I had my staff thanking me for getting it up and running, which the previous couple months had been rough because everyone was a little stressed out because the computers weren't always working the way that they wanted them to. They'd try to log on, they couldn't log on. They'd log on, they'd get kicked off, which created an inconvenience for them, not only my staff, but also created an inconvenience for our clients because they'd be sitting there with my staff while my staff was battling their computers. The first people that I consulted with at AOS was Ryan Thorson and Jeff Durfee, and they came in and made me feel pretty comfortable about AOS. I was able to get along with them pretty well. And when they put together their proposal, you could tell that they really put some thought into it. And not only the proposal, but how the project was going to be carried out. There was quite a bit of planning and forethought to it, which was important to me because with other vendors, I've been in a situation where it was, okay, we'll be installing this on Friday, hopefully we're back up on Monday. And that wasn't the case. It was pretty well known exactly what the steps were going to be, how long we were going to be down, when we were going to be back up, and they delivered on that. Instead of just having a guy that you call, AOS obviously has a very deep bullpen of talent, and I've worked with several different folks from AOS from the time that they came out for the initial consultation until the time that the project was completed. Every one of them was not only good at the technical aspect of the project, but they were also able to relate that to me in a way that I could understand, not having a technical background. And also they were very conscientious of the fact that, obviously we use computers for our business, and computers have to stay up and running with minimal downtime while that project is completed. We had a network engineer, Mike Williams, out doing part of the project, and some of my staff were having some difficulties, and it was after hours, and the difficulties that they were having wasn't necessarily part of the project scope that Mike was working on, but he was able to very patiently understand their concerns and get them fixed up and on the right track. And he was definitely more patient than I was, and at the same time the guy's just like a computer ninja.